As I think the case is for a lot of people, my journey to loving coffee wasn't a direct line. It was all over the place. Before I really got into coffee, I had coffees that I absolutely thought were disgusting. And I had coffees that were so good, I just couldn't explain it. And then of course there was lots of coffees in between. But one of my first true loves of coffee was discovering Vietnamese coffee in Vietnam. And for whatever reason, in the 10 years since I've been to Vietnam, I have never had a Vietnamese coffee. So ever since we opened a coffee roastery and we started really getting into coffee, I've always kind of wondered, can I recreate that Vietnamese coffee here with specialty coffee? So that's what I'm gonna try to do today. I'm actually first gonna do it the way that they do it, and then I'm just really curious, can you do it without the condensed milk? What will that coffee taste like using their brewing system? So let's get right into it. We're gonna put a cup on. Generally, Vietnamese coffee is sweetened with condensed milk, and it's usually iced. So we're gonna do exactly that. We're gonna follow the method that they would use if you were to go to any mom and pop coffee shop in Vietnam. Basically, this is the Vietnamese coffee brewer. It's really cool looking. It just sits on top of your cup. But before we do that, we need to pour in some condensed milk. And the recommendation that I've been getting is around 30 to 40 grams, which seems like a lot. So we'll let that drip in. 30 to 40 grams, man. It'll take a week to get out at this rate. Or I'll just unplug it, that'll be easier. Oh, look at that glob. Okay, so that's exactly 30 grams and it seems like a lot. Oh my God. So sweet. Okay, now you put the brewer on top and I'm using 25 grams of coffee, which is what my Vietnamese barista friend recommended. And I'm using a French press coarseness. It's really, really coarse. We're just gonna dump that all in. And you can see some coffee ground has gone through. That's normal, that's allowed. We're gonna shake that, get a nice even bed. And then this little thing goes on the top. And then this is the crazy part, okay? So we're gonna clear off the scale. And I'm gonna do a 20 gram bloom for 30 seconds. And then of course, everybody's recipe is gonna differ. But what I'm finding that most people agree on is about 5 to 1. So if you've gone with 24 grams of coffee, you should go with 120 grams of water. So 30 seconds is up. We're gonna add another 100 grams of water to get us to 120 grams in total. And that's definitely not working the way it was supposed to work. So we're gonna have to start again. Okay, so that was a fail. Vietnamese drip coffee is supposed to just drip slowly over 10 minutes and the water came through way too fast. So that was a fail. We went from a French press coarseness to now we're basically somewhere like a little bit more coarse than a mocha pot. So whoever told us French press coarseness has a different opinion on French press coarseness, which is cool. We're gonna add our 30 grams of this super sweet condensed milk and start the process over. 30 grams, put the brewer on top, put the coffee in the brewer. It's much finer. You can see again, the coffee has gone through. I'm gonna flatten the bed and almost tamp it. I'm gonna put the top on top, which again almost tamps it. And then I'm going to clear the scale. Again, 20 grams of water. And I'm gonna hit time. And like I said, we're going for a 5 to 1 ratio, which means that we're gonna make we're gonna add another 105 grams of water to give us a total of 125. Again, I'm just pouring right onto this middle thing so that it distributes the water better and getting all the way up to, like I said, 125 grams. The crazy thing about the Vietnamese drip coffee is it's slow. You can see how slow the coffee is coming out, how slowly it's extracting. It's a drip process. And this process is meant to take a full 10 minutes. It's not French press, which is, 2 or 3 or 4 minutes or even 5 minutes. It is a 10-minute process. That being said, it is very hands-off. You got this lid, we can even put this lid on top and let it just brew. And the idea is that all the water should have passed through the top, through the ground, into the base, to have coffee within a 10-minute period. And a typical Vietnamese coffee like this is iced as well, so we'll get some ice and we'll add some ice cubes and mix it up once this 10 minutes passes. Okay, so 10 minutes has passed. There's no water on top. I think this is done. I'm actually gonna brew a second cup without condensed milk, just because I'm really curious about what the coffee tastes like without all the added sweetness. So let's set this aside and I'll brew another cup off camera. The black coffee is brewing right now. To my left, I'm gonna stir this condensed milk into the coffee. Fun fact, I was in Côte d'Ivoire and this guy was making this drink and I said to him, "What is this drink? It's absolutely delicious." And he looked at me with a silly face and said, "Coffee." And I didn't realize it was about 3/4 condensed milk with an espresso shot on top. So the coffee flavors obviously change when you add condensed milk to the equation. I'm gonna pour now this blend onto ice because the Vietnamese drink it iced because it's hot in most of Vietnam. We're gonna give that a nice stir there. And if you were on the street getting a coffee in Hanoi, this is probably more or less what it would look like. And yeah, that is actually, it's really, really, really good. It's immediately bringing me back. In an interesting way, it's kind of like bittered the coffee, I guess, because it's a 10-minute extraction, and then sweetened it because of the condensed milk, which is kind of an interesting thing. And even though it's specialty coffee, it almost tastes more like a sweet coffee from Starbucks. And I know that's not the right answer there, but that's kind of how it tastes. But at the same time, this is absolutely delicious. And even though I tend to drink my coffee black, I do have a sweet tooth, and this kind of feels like, yeah, it kind of feels like a really nice treat. Yeah, that's really, really good. I shouldn't be having that much sugar because I get a little bit wired, but that's really beautiful. Okay, so let's wait for this to extract. Still has 7 minutes to go. Okay, so it's been about 8.5, 9 minutes, and it looks like it stopped dripping. So I'm gonna end the brew. I'm gonna put the top on this here. And I'm just really curious about the extraction. Generally, when you have really long extractions, you get bitter coffee. And that's kind of what I'm expecting. But I've also never had a Vietnamese coffee with specialty coffee. In Vietnam, you use a lot of Robusta coffees. This is an Indonesian coffee, wet hold, 100% Arabica coffee. And I'm really curious to see if it's good, to be honest. And like, if I'm being honest, it's not great. It is not ideal. It is incredibly, incredibly bitter. Like, it's not that it's the worst thing I've ever drunk, but I can understand why you need the condensed milk. Because it is like taking something really bitter, sweetening it. It's like cacao and milk makes milk chocolate, and that's a beautiful thing. But not a lot of people are running around eating cacao. And I'm just not going to probably ever drink a Vietnamese coffee black, let's be honest. But that being said, I might treat myself to some more condensed milk coffee at some time in the future. And I guess I'll see you on the next video.